Hello everyone. Daniel Horowitz is a criminal defense lawyer in California. He created me, an AI avatar, to explore the question, what is consciousness of guilt in a criminal case? In simple terms, consciousness of guilt refers to actions or statements a defendant makes after a crime that suggest they know they're guilty. It's a form of circumstantial evidence, meaning indirect evidence, that prosecutors can use to argue the person committed the offense. Courts generally allow this evidence because it can show a guilty state of mind, but it's not direct proof like an eyewitness or a confession. Common examples include fleeing from the police. In a Supreme Court case called Hodari D., Daniel Horowitz submitted a brief to the U.S. Supreme Court where he argued that young black men might flee from the police even if they were not guilty of any crime. He pointed out that there was such animosity between the two groups that the police would chase and the young men would flee based upon social factors, and not because the young me had a consciousness of guilt. Other examples of a person showing consciousness of guilt includes the obvious one of hiding or destroying evidence. Other examples are giving false statements or alibis to investigators, or even intimidating witnesses. However, it's crucial to understand the limitations. Consciousness of guilt alone is never enough to convict someone. Judges often instruct juries that this evidence can't prove guilt by itself, and there could be innocent explanations, like fleeing out of fear unrelated to the crime, or lying because of panic. Juries are told they may consider it, but they don't have to, and it should be weighed carefully alongside all other evidence. Importantly, certain things do not count as consciousness of guilt. Simply denying the crime when accused, or exercising the right to remain silent, cannot be used against a defendant. That's protected by the Constitution. Prosecutors like this tool because it can be powerful in building a case, especially with circumstantial evidence. But defense attorneys often challenge it by offering alternative reasons for the behavior, reminding the jury of the presumption of innocence. In the end, consciousness of guilt is about inference. It lets the jury connect the dots from post-crime conduct to a possible guilty mindset. But it's always just one piece of the puzzle, and the full picture must prove guilt beyond a reasonable doubt.
The Horowitz Law Office specializes in physician defense. Daniel Horowitz has been a law professor and has taken over 200 cases to trial. If you are in need of a criminal defense lawyer, call Daniel Horowitz at 925-283-1863. Thank you for watching our video.